Hello, good afternoon, and welcome. Hopefully, you can all hear me, and I'll bring in the earworm. You'll be very pleased to know we've got two today. Welcome back
Hi
to
there,
Keith.
All right.
guys. Yeah, you got me for a little while for your sins. See how we can do.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. Right, so today we're going.
Wrong one.
Yeah, I've just pressed the wrong place. So don't worry about it. We'll get there in the end. There we are. We're carrying on with the platter that we started last week, and that's where it's got to now. And what I will just briefly do before we get started is show you how I held it when I was cutting those, because I was having a lot of trouble, if you remember, getting them to an even depth. So I used this stand that
Can I
goes.
just interrupt you, Andy?
Yeah, go on, go on.
YouTube hasn't
Yeah,
started yet.
it's often way behind. I can't even go and
It
check
is
it.
live. It is live, Pete. You might need to refresh
Is it?
yours. Well,
Oh, good,
I've got it
Right.
live.
good. I know it's
Mine
often way
wasn't.
behind, isn't it? But you're right now. No.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Sorry
Okay.
for the interruption.
That's all right, no problems. It's nice to know when things are not working. Yeah, so using this I forget what they call it now. They have
It's
a
a
name.
carving jig holder.
Carving
Cup
jig holder.
holder
That's
for a
it. I knew
carving jig.
it was something like that. Using that, I can have the thing horizontal, which is a lot easier than trying to do it when it's on the lathe, but it's held firmly. And I, having bought the thing, I thought it was time I used it. So that was how it was. And I'll adjust the camera up a little bit because then give me room above it to show you what I'm doing. The Proxon, I've as per Peter's suggestion last week, I put a piece of timber clamp to it, another bit on the end, which gives me a flat base to rest on the work. And by having it like that, I can hold it with two hands. I can see what I'm doing, and it cut the grooves reasonably evenly. I mean, I don't want them too precise because it's sort of rustic look. But anyway, that's how I did that. I then used this stand as well to spray it black on both sides, and then turn the overspray off, which is where I thought I'd better stop so I have something left to do today. And you can see I've done the back as well. Put some wider. You remember I messed one of them up and made it a bit wide, so I've made a few more wide ones on the bottom, just so it looks more deliberate. So we'll mount that up on the lathe like that. Take that out of the tool rest. Useful little device, that carving jig. So the thing we've got to do today, let's readjust that. Move it in a bit. That's better. It's just to take out the bowl part. Not too high. Take that out and sand it and lacquer it and what have you. And then I want to turn it over and redo the back. Take away the chucking point. Change the shape of it basically. I want it to be a bit smarter on the back.
What about the keyboard before you start?
Okay, that's a very good idea. Was that what you were going to say as well, Pete?
It was.
I thought it might have been.
Well, it saves Alison coming out and they're getting cold.
Thank you very much. There you go. Right, okay.
I'll let you do the honours, Pete.
Yeah.
Because you're more practiced than what I am.
You can see the bit now that I had to let in, which is there. It's a triangular piece where it actually fell apart. And I haven't told everybody, I will confess, I had to reduce the diameter of it quite significantly from last week by about 1.5 inches, 3 inches. So it's not nowhere near the diameter it was. I'd overdone it. I got a bit carried away with cutting these grooves and trying to get the lattice effect, and I went too far. But there we are. We live and learn. It seems to be holding together now anyway. That's something.
Scroll up to the top. We have myself and Andy and Keith, obviously. Doug Miller at Woodspun Round. Raymond White.
Hello, Raymond. New name.
Chris Dodds from Oz. G'day, Chris. Robert Copperell returning. Barry Kitty.
Hello, Rob.
That's what we got. Roger Kent. MG Woodworks. Christine and Michael Hesseltine.
MG is Leo, if I remember right.
Oh, good afternoon, Leo. Brian at Hotwood Turning.
Hello, bro.
Clint at Wood Dancers. Alison Heath. Good afternoon, Alison.
I've heard of her.
Mike Shepherd. Norman Greenwell. And I think that's it. Anybody? And I'll reintroduce you.
He's got to the bottom, Pete. If I can just hijack Andy's for a second and say thank you for everyone for welcoming me back in. I do feel a lot better today. Hopefully concentration will last. That's been the biggest part of my issues, is the concentration over an hour period, and I just felt rubbish. So that's why you haven't seen me. It's not that I've been hiding, not wanting to do it. It's just that I've wanted to do it and not really physically able to do it, capable of doing it. So you got me this week.
I think I can speak for everybody when I say we're very pleased to see you.
Well, I'm pleased to be back in as well. And I actually done a couple of small pieces of turning myself. So I have made a start. Not a big start, but a couple of little 7-inch bowls over a 3-inch pit, 3-inch time spans. Quite slow for me. And you consider it used to be 45 minutes each.
That's
with
right.
Chat as well. So yeah, I'm gradually sort of getting back in. Hopefully I can maybe do the odd live during the summer. We'll see how it goes. But you will be kept informed. But thank you all for thinking of me and the wishes that I've received. So over to Andy now. Currently you've got 17 staring at you, Andy.
All right, so slim pickings at the moment, but early. It all picks up as the day goes on anyway. We had I think it was about 30 last week, wasn't it?
31, I think.
31 was it? Yeah, it was,
31, yeah.
I was going to say, it was that sort of number. No, I don't want to go too deep here.
Thanks, Martin. Yes, I spoke to them Saturday, and the ladies down at the craft shed, which I am part of now. We had a reasonable day down there at a little craft market that I attended. I didn't quite nod off, but got a bit tired towards the end of the day. But hey ho. And I think
Yeah.
Malcolm Douglas has just joined us,
Hello, Malcolm.
along with Ward Wilson.
Yeah, good afternoon, Malcolm and Maud.
Welcome. That's the shape I wanted, which is quite nice. It's sort of a semicircular. It hasn't got a flat bottom to it.
And the grain in that piece of wood actually shows off the slots you've cut in there quite well.
It's
They
working well,
match
isn't
with
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite a good match.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that.
And Cornish maid Katie's in as well.
I wish I could say it was entirely deliberate, but
Well,
Hello,
it is
Katie.
totally deliberate.
of course it is.
Yeah, don't put yourself down.
That's it. It's lovely. Yes, I was planning to leave a bit more of this to do today than I did. I got a bit carried away. I've got enough. I can take a little bit more off there. It's not quite the right shape there. It's close. Very
Have
close.
you got a little bit of bleed where the bowl comes out to the cut through?
Yes, because I slipped with the prox on.
It looks like it's bled a bit as well.
Uh,
Or is it the screen that's
no, I think it's the
lying
screen
something?
doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. No, it's
The two about that one is the worst
that one. Yeah,
Look.
it's got a bit that's torn to the
Oh,
side,
right.
so therefore the black is still on it.
Right.
I could chamfer that off a little bit, I suppose, but it's what it will do to the rest of them. Is the
Yeah, I'd leave it.
Yeah,
if
I think I
that's the
will.
case.
Yeah. It's got some that do come over the edge. There's another one there, one here.
Mhm.
So, and I'm not too worried. That was sort of semi-deliberate. I'm not too worried about that because they were not supposed to be even, and they certainly aren't. Right, I think that's. I'll just take a little bit more off there. I decided that's what it was. Sharp scraper works quite well on oak, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's better. Much better.
Yes, you've got rid of that annoying ring that was just there.
Yes.
You can make it out on the camera. You can't always see it.
No, I
in person.
couldn't see it here, but I could over there. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Right. So let's get the glass paper out. And we're not near the end. We've still got the underneath to do, so there will be more. Right. Let's turn the speed down a bit.
Yeah, suction.
Oh, yep.
Or is that a bonus?
It's a bonus.
Okay.
There you go. It's a very hard piece of oak, this.
Yeah, turkey oak is quite hard.
Actually, that looks better when it's stopped than it does when it's spinning.
There is a name for that effect that you see. It's a bit like the fluorescent tubes flickering
Yes. Yeah.
on camera, but I can't remember what it's called.
No. I don't know. No idea.
It's sort of a stroboscopic effect.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, could be. It looks like sort of machine marks around it, but it's not.
Mm.
Let's get some new glass paper. I forgot.
That's funny. You said that last week.
I did. You're
he says
right.
it most weeks, Pete. Yeah, he says it's always an excuse for him.
I'm actually too tight to do anything about it.
Well, we weren't going to say that.
I just thought I'd get him first. No, it's doing the job anyway. So I've already sanded the edge. You do have to be a bit careful not to run your finger around it when it's spinning. Like having a series of saw teeth going around. Right, let's have a look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's come up really nicely. So we'll stop that noise. Blow some of the dust off it. Sanding seal it. These slots do collect the dust though.
We've got Alf Key just joined us as well.
Hello, Alf.
Hi, Al.
One day I'm going to get myself a decent sized compressor and air gun. Does the job though. Just a bit slow. That's it. Just to make sure. And cellulose. Nice and slow.
Yeah, don't overload it because it won't soak in like a softwood. So
Right.
2 passes or 3 passes are better than one heavy one.
Yeah, and this has had one already round the edge. Just that one little bit there where I put the new bit of timber in. Oh, let's seal that in there.
And Roy's the boys just joined us. Hi, Roy.
Hello,
Hello,
Roy.
Roy. Just let that dry a bit. Some dust I missed.
It's funny how it creeps up on you, isn't it?
I should have spun it round, I suppose. Look at the other aspect. That's better. Right, we'll give it another little. Yeah, that's dry. Okie doke. And then I shall turn it round.
There's some nice colour in there.
There is. Yeah, it's lovely
Yeah, it
graining.
really
But
is. Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I decided not to colour it.
Are you going to denib that before you turn it round? Otherwise, you won't be able to, will you?
No, that's true. That's true. I could do, yeah. I could. I think normally I would do, and I would spray it with the lacquer, but the lacquer takes longer to dry, so I think I'll leave that and do that afterwards.
Do it afterwards, but denib it before you turn it round.
Yeah, yep. It doesn't need too much. It's actually not bad. It's still a bit damp, but
Still got plenty of time. You're only about 20 minutes in.
Yes, true. Get used to trying not to waste time, but in fact we have plenty.
The history of this wood is that it was Turkey oak. It was about 3 foot diameter, and it's been down for 25, 30 odd years, and it was cut at Amberley Museum on their freshly refurbished horizontal steam-powered saw.
Oh, the big
blade
one
saw.
out opposite
Yeah.
your building. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and it came from the Duke of Norfolk's estate, which is just down the road from us.
Arundel
So it's
Castle.
all,
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
all local wood. And yes, it is me, Roy.
yep. And still surviving. Still sitting there, awake.
Still
Can't be all
awake at
bad.
the moment. Yep. Yeah,
Can't
that's.
be bad.
But
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you know what it's like when you shut your eyes. You do it most evenings, Andy. Apparently.
Well, that's true. I can't argue with that. No, it's still a bit tacky. It'll dry off in a minute. But I can take that off. No, I can't. I've got to denib it. That's why I was leaving it on there. I've got the cold jaws ready to grip it from the other side. Enormous bit of kit. They only just go on the lathe.
You got the
There they
monster
are.
jaws. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very useful though, and they're
Mm.
as big as I can get on this lathe, which means it gives you as much holding capacity as you can cope with, really.
You're wrong there, because if you coat them with cover them with a bit of ply and swing the head, you can get
Yeah, swing the
6
head.
foot
Yeah,
in it. Yeah.
yeah, but that's swinging the head, but without
Mm.
swinging the head. And in fact, the first time I tried putting the jaws, these pieces onto it, I had to swing the head just to get them on.
Mm.
You couldn't come in. Not enough room. Right, come on. This must be done now. No, it's not. Not quite. Nearly. The outside's all right. But I didn't give that as much. It's a little bit there. Yep. Nearly there. Talk amongst yourselves.
Mm. Thanks, Roy. I'm here, but not during the live. Normally, I usually watch afterwards, or when I feel like it.
That's better.
We
That's
can't
done
see
it.
what you're doing because you knocked the
No,
camera.
I was. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I did. That was reaching for the hairdryer, which was behind where the camera stand is. Right, let's get ourselves set up again. It's going to be up there. You'll want to see. Right, let's take this off here.
You're gonna do nibbit first, then.
Yeah, that's what I was
Now
going
it's
to do,
dry.
wasn't it? I knew
Yeah.
there was something.
Oh, glad I come back in to keep control of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I need you, Keith.
Yeah.
I say it wasn't too bad anyway, actually, but
No.
yeah,
But it's surprising what that little bit of
it just helps, doesn't it?
gentle persuasion on the nibs make. A little bit of dust that may have settled
Yep, that feels lovely.
feels to
That feels.
magnify itself as soon as you put a cellulose sealer or a spray on it, doesn't it?
It does seem to. Yep.
Mm.
Right, come on. Oh, up there. Take that out of there. Put that off of there. Right. Try to turn it the right way. help. I'll find somewhere which is not likely to break bits off it. That's it.
You've got 8 compression points on there, so you shouldn't be too bad.
It spreads the load, doesn't it, quite nicely.
Yeah. Just to remember to drop the speed down, because I think they recommend 600 to 800 max, isn't it, on that?
Something like that. I don't know if it's actually written on here, but it is something like that, isn't it?
Mm.
And that's only just gripping. But if I go out to the next one, I can't get it onto the lathe. I tried earlier.
You can always put the tailstock up to start with if necessary, just to hold
I
it.
think it's all right. It's quite firm,
Mhm.
fortunately.
And they're wedge-shaped rubbers anyway.
That's outright. They
So
are, yeah.
the taper goes into the face.
What I want to do is make this look a little less clumsy. So I'm going to take it down to that depth. Take that bit off. If you can see that, yes, you can.
Yeah,
And
trim off.
round this over a bit. So you've got a foot out towards the edge of that.
Wouldn't
And then
round
slightly
it.
hollow.
I would leave
round.
it square on the outside.
Got this bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I just try to make it
Leave,
look a bit less heavy, but
yeah, but if you take the middle out and just leave a foot, because you've got a ring round there anyway that you
I've
need
got
to
a
get
ring
rid
round
of.
there.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but
Around
you've got
there
a
I have, yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This camera's pretty good for showing up any
It is, isn't
any
it?
faults that are
Mhm.
deliberate or non-deliberate.
Yeah. That was the mark I put round to show me where I wanted the base to come to.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
still
would
there.
I would keep it flat, Andy, if it were me.
Okay.
Then it's
Okay.
a definite definite base rather than it's an afterthought. I'll just round it off, and
Yeah.
I overrode it with the sandpaper, so I've rounded it off
But I'll
situation.
bring that bit out to here somewhere.
Yeah, leave
And
yourself
then
3/8 of an inch,
make that
10,
slightly concave, I
yeah,
think.
10 mil base,
Yeah. Yeah, about
10
10
mil
mil.
rim
Yeah. Yeah.
base. Yeah.
That's what I had in mind, yeah.
Mm.
That's 500. That'll do it. It's not quite centered, but let's got rid of that mark. Apart from loads of ridges, it's lovely.
Yeah, you've got to travel a lot slower than what you would do at 3 times the speed.
Yes. Yeah, that's not bad, not bad. Let's have a look. Ooh, tearing there. I can afford to make that thinner actually. Take it into there. Oh, don't do that. That'll very nearly do it. That's better. Nice fine cut. That's better. Sand that down. It's not quite centered, but it's not far
Have you got
away.
a little dimple in it?
Slight dimple there, yeah. I'll take that out. It's another problem with it going slower, isn't it?
Yeah. You get rid of one dimple and you put in 5 rings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alf Key's on your case. He says there's not enough thumbs up in
Thank you, Alf.
the chat. There's 13 out of 19 watching. So it's 14 now. I've just put a thumbs up on it.
Oh, well done.
So we're not doing too bad then.
No. That's better. That's better. I can sand that now.
Hoover?
Yep. It's because it's so hard, it does sand up quite well.
Yeah. Martin's off. He's escaping.
Right.
It's either that or you bored him silly.
See you next Sunday, Martin. I believe it's next Sunday.
Can't be.
No, Sunday after.
28th.
Oh, Sunday after. Sunday
Yeah.
after. I'm demonstrating.
All right.
One of the three in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a goblet.
I might pop in for a little while, see how it goes.
Yeah, do. Yeah, if you can.
Well, I've got the last of my 4 weekly cycle tomorrow for chemo.
All right,
so
yeah.
I'll get a week off, and then
Oh,
that'll
so-
be the first of the next batch of 4.
So you could be feeling a little bit better.
Oh,
Steve's
Temple Boy,
joined us. Yeah,
Temple Boy Turnings, yeah.
Steve, isn't it?
Hello, Steve.
Steve,
Yeah. Glad you got a good memory for names, Keith.
No, I can be looking at someone thinking, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah, yeah.
Or I can put a name on before I even see them at times. I don't know.
I do
the
try.
memory,
Yeah, very hard, but I'm not
the
good at
memory
it.
is not good. Not as good as it was. It never was brilliant, but it's getting better. Like everything in its time at the moment with me.
That's rather lovely. Shall I put some rings on there?
I don't know whether I would or not.
No, I don't. Actually, I can't make my mind up.
What does the chat say? Does it want a couple of
Yeah, it's got a couple of rings in there,
rings
people.
in the bottom or none?
The choice
Yes
is
or no?
yours.
Yeah, yes or no.
That's better. Oh,
No, they're not, Steve. They're just open and they're supposed to look like a lattice work. Well, you've got a none and a yes so far.
all right, okay.
So,
So it's
you've
not
divided
conclusive yet.
it. No.
Roger said rings. Malcolm Douglas said none. And Doug Miller said yes.
So 2-1 at the moment. I'm going to turn that noise off. 2-1 then. 4 rings at the moment.
And Steve's
Ready.
Steve
saying
says
put
texture.
texture, yeah.
Yeah, it's all right, except going into the middle, isn't it? Texture. I could do 2 rings and texture between them.
Are you over complicating the bottom with the texture around the rim?
I think so. So. Yeah, my feeling is not to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just putting a couple of rings on just makes it look as though you're giving it some attention, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you can't, like we've said before, you can overdo something simple
Yes.
and make it look worse.
Yep. But it's sort of got no
Raymond
definition.
says none. Wesley says yes, rings. And
So
Brian with
really
a wife from Spain has joined us.
Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi. Only if
Brian says only if you're going to burn them in to match the lattice.
Now that's a thought. I could do that because I have some Formica just here. I could burn them in. That's not a bad idea, actually. I can see that.
No, darken them in would just make them stand out.
There's a logic to that, isn't there? Yeah.
Mm.
Let's get rid of some of this dust out of here. I'll start spraying stuff around. I don't really want it to spray the dust in. That's better. Right. That's decided then. 2 rings. One just there. And one just there. Let's see if we can burn it at this speed.
Just have to wait a bit and hot press harder.
Yeah.
Drop the tool rest down as low as it'll go, so you got.
Yeah, I think it needs to go a bit lower. Yeah. It's pretty much there anyway. It's darkened.
It's always going to be the small one in the middle that's going to be the worst one.
Yeah, it's just not going fast enough, is it?
Well, if you're pressing against it, you could ramp up the speed.
I was going to say I could ramp the speed up a bit. Yeah, I was just going to say that. Let's pick all the fluff off it. Put that in there. Turn it up a bit. That's better. Right. A very little bit of a diddly. glass paper just to get the black burn marks off the sides. That's better. That's better. I don't mind that. That's all right. That's not in the right place. Never mind. Okay. Now I'm going to take it off there to spray it.
Have you done the bottom at all, or just not the very base?
I've done
You've
this. I've
done
done
the
all this. Yep.
You've done the underneath, so you could leave it on there, so you could
Yeah, I haven't lacquered it though.
detexture it. No, but you could do.
Oh, I see, to denib it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can.
or
True,
denib it,
true,
shall we say?
true enough. True enough. Let's get it moving. Melamine acrylic gloss or acrylic satin. Acrylic gloss, I think. At least this stuff usually dries fairly quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you're not too heavy with it, which you can't be because of the texture.
Yeah, that's looking good. It's dry in the middle, not quite dry around the outside. Good. Ooh, take the weight off my feet. This is certainly something a bit different.
Mm.
I'm glad I've tried it. Whether I'll try it again is another matter.
Well, there's quite a few variations on it, isn't there? And you're never going to get two the same.
No,
not unless you map it out exactly.
No, which I did before, but I was quite pleased with that. But it's a bit sort of OCD, really, isn't it?
Mm.
That's it. Whip it all for there. Get that out of the way. Uffing great big thing, isn't it?
Mm. Oh, Jennifer's just joined us.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Good afternoon, Jennifer.
She saw the first half being made.
Uh-huh.
Right then, let's show you where we are now.
Yes, I'm pleased to be back, Jennifer, but I'm not going to say I'm going to do it every week at the moment. It really depends just how I'm feeling. This week was quite good. So watch this space.
So this is the finished shape now. Right.
Steve, the wood dude's just woken up as well as Tommy's workshop.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Tommy.
Well, Steve, Tommy.
Well, it's nice to see it glistening a bit.
Mm.
Bit of a shine on it. I'll let that dry and turn it over and do the other side.
Oh, it's just like watching paint dry, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gripping stuff.
But it's surprising how well it brings the grain out.
It does, yeah. It's going to look
Yeah.
better on the other side too, I
Yeah,
think.
it just lifts it that
Mm.
much more than a matte
Yeah.
finish.
Excuse me.
You're coughing better.
This really annoying cough I've had since Christmas.
Mm.
This will not go away. It gets better and then comes back again. It's only a cold started it.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I haven't been down to see you, because with my immune system right down low, I just don't want to.
No, there's no point
add
risking
to
it.
it. No,
No point risking it. No, absolutely.
it's
Right,
Turkey Oak, Roy, off of the Duke of Norfolk's estate, which is local to both Andy and myself.
you will have heard of it. It's Arundel Castle by the other name.
But with over 500 different oaks, it's nice to see something a bit like this one. This was always classified as more of the underdog in the oak world.
That's it. Shiny. Let that dry. I can hold it up and show you it.
Norfolk ain't near us, but it's the Duke of Norfolk's estate.
Norfolk isn't. Yeah. Yeah, they like to confuse things.
Mm.
No, it's his official seat, Arundel Castle. And he's the guy who organises all the official state events.
Right.
That's his main function.
Okay.
I forget what they call him now. Master of the Queen's household, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Now
Right,
the Kings.
Yes, well, now the Kings, yes. Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to that, doesn't it?
Doesn't it, after so many years?
Yeah. Right, before I bring the boys back in, there it is, while we've got an empty screen. I'm
showing up the gloss quite as well as what it did
on
the other side, but it's showing the reflection.
It's showing the gaps through.
Yep.
As well, the lattice effect, as Jennifer called it last time. So, and then underneath is that. I'm not unhappy with that. Not at all. Good. Okay, let's see the boys again. Where's my mouse? And oh, hello. Oh, that stopped working now. Oh, goody. Oh, that's it. Right, come on. Don't be silly.
Yeah, there you go.
There we are. Good.
Well, the comments are starting to roll in.
Yep, good.
Nice work. Yeah, great work.
Master of the stall.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you for the comments anyway, it's very nice. Yeah. Any questions or queries or comments?
Nothing come in.
Now's the time.
yet during your time live.
Most of them get dealt with at the time anyway, don't they? So, if there is anything. But, Doug says looks great. Jennifer says that's lovely. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but they don't live in the Sussex, and we got the Duke of Norfolk, who does live in Sussex. So. Just to confuse things. We don't
also
like to
got
make
Mark
it.
just joined us as well, the gentleman.
Oh yes, hello Mark. Right, yes, you'll see it all.
Can you
You'll see it
start
all there.
again? Yeah, just go back to the start, Roy. You can watch it tonight then.
Yeah, you can rewind much easier than I can.
It'll be live later on, if not almost.
It's usually
immediately.
pretty quick. Yeah, it's usually pretty quick. And amazing how many people watch it very soon after you finish. Because the numbers
found
shoot
this
up
before, haven't we? Yeah.
20 or 30 watching it live, and then it's up to 60, 70 very quickly afterwards.
Yeah. Well, you got 26 at the moment staring at you.
All right, good.
That will easily double within the hour.
Yeah. Oh yes, but that's quite respectable. 26 for a lunchtime. I don't think that's bad at all. I'm happy with that. So thank you all very much. It's nice to see the loyal crowd. Temple Boy Turnings has eaten. Steve's eaten his sandwich, so he's off now.
Roy's the boys was live yesterday for a test.
Oh right. Oh yes.
But I will check later on.
Yeah, I missed that. But I was too busy getting this thing done. trying desperately to get it all together, and it managed it in the end, so that was all right. It was just so much
the end
easier.
Result. It's not how you get there at times.
Yeah, but it was so much easier to cut those grooves once I used that carving jig. Just to hold it horizontal made it so much easier. Good. Okie doke. Well, I think 7 minutes to finish a bit early.
Short-changing us today, then.
Go in and get some lunch.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for all coming along, everybody, and thank you very much to the Earworms, Peter and Keith. Very, very much appreciated. It's not the same if you do it without earworms, and is it?
It's harder work. You can do it, but it's not the same.
And you tend to miss.
You're tending to concentrate on the screen rather than the turning, and then you miss something.
It's not really a good idea. Yes.
No.
So so thank you very much, both of you. And
my pleasure.
Very, very nice to have two of you as well.
Nice to be back.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
good.
say I'm going to do it every week, but
no, but I'm glad you're feeling up to it for this week. That's great.
This week's a good week.
One step at a time.
Exactly. Yep.
No, that's excellent. Good stuff. Okay, well, Wesley said goodbye, and I shall join in with that then.
So in that case, it's goodbye from them, and it's goodbye from me.
From
Cheerio, guys. Thank you very much for your comments on my health and your questions.
Yep, absolutely. Bye all.